Rao,
Very good.
Dr. Saab,
Sir, I have no,
Da-
I'll not take much time at all because I was
5 minutes.
just provoked to join the debate because there was oscillating doubts in the minds of people whether to have it or not. To be or not to be, there was a mind. Somebody said it should go to Select Committee, but after hearing all of them, there seem to be two still more deep feelings with people. Somebody wants it to go to Select Committee, that was delayed. Somebody thinks if not ideal, it is a perfect, good, if not very good, a good thing. I totally agree with Derek in this thing, not because this is anything. There are shortcomings, there are few fault lines within the law, but nonetheless they can be looked into. But let me first say, there is a misapprehension.
let us see.
I totally join and share your concern about why looking as a human rights activist. It's a dilemma, it's a deep dilemma for a man like me who has always been a human rights activist. When you are making popular speeches, I think where should I stand on these issues? The question is this. Today there are three basic issues on which you are trying to oppose it. I am not saying law is a lost word. Law has never been a lost word. Even constitution is not a lost word. Then we can change as the society changes. So society is never a static thing. It is a dynamic thing to change. I know what your age used to be, now what our age is. Now the question is this. One is everybody is talking about the age. Taking it from 16 to 18 or 18 to 16. First, let me tell you, this section, although talks to you about 16 and 18, does not talk about age. The age of a child, juvenile, remains 18. As far as the IPC is concerned, as far as this section is, as far as this bill is concerned, as far as other laws which are multiple have an effect on this, has impact on this. All that is done is, juvenile is divided into two. There is juvenile age and juvenile crime. A person indulging in a crime, that is why again they have divided it in a crime, serious crime and a heinous crime. Although they did not define what exactly should be a heinous crime, and there are no studies to tell us what exactly it is, but nonetheless, heinous crime, they brought it as rape or murder or kidnap or whatever it is. And my honorable member has an objection. Rape I can understand, but how about a kidnap? How about a robbery or sort of a thing which have a relevance on the social background? I would rather agree with my friend from Social Party, SP, who tried to factor in the social environment into the question, a poor man and rich man. And as the member of the standing committee himself said, we have not made a study as to how many of these who have been the culprits have come from which social background. That study should have gone there so that we should have looked into. I am not going to that. First is, you are talking about age. Age has nothing to do with this. Number two, the moment a person at 16 or 17 or 18, if he is indulged in this particular crime, heinous crime courts, he is not taken to jail. There are three checks. The speech or as a matter of intent of the bill is well known because we have read this bill. But nonetheless, the nuances of the intentions were well explained by the minister. I really congratulate her because the way she has brought out the nuances of that, it is a person can never be taken. And as Mr. Bakshi says, he can never be taken to life imprisonment, not even serious imprisonment. There was I was thinking there is some kind of a defect in the fact when you have some kind of disproportionate things for a smaller crime and the lighter crime and a serious crime, and Mr. Jaitley has explained. But again I tell you, I want the ministers to look into that. Even if that Supreme Court in 2005, in the Constitution bench, I want the lawyers to understand, has said two things. One is the occurrence of the crime, and the apprehension, the date of apprehension. They said where it occurs, that is the date that has to be factored in whenever a law of criminal act is concerned. It is not the apprehension. That is there in this bill. It has to be looked into whether this violates the constitutional bench thing. If it violates the constitutional bench verdict, then that particular section has to be looked into. Number two is, all that members wanted is about rehabilitation institutional backup. Today, our institutional backup system is absolutely not there. Let me not say faulty, not there at all. On the other hand, they have become a breeding ground for creating criminals. The way, because I have been associated, as I said, I've been going those places, Boston schools and others. It has, my honorable member said, Renukaji was a minister there. Who knows better? The kind of conditions we have seen, they're worst. Now, whatever it is, sir, even this boy who is being taken to jail, even opposed,
Okay.
after jail, sir, he is not taken,
Please.
he is not kept with hardened criminals. The act is so clear in that. He is not kept with them. He is separately kept. One last word, sir. I want the minister to say one thing. In the act, you have said in section 5, the moment some crime is detected, it is not the police which takes up, but the special juvenile police. Tell me which state has special juvenile police? I think I'm in a state government, I'm very closely associated with the state government. I don't have special juvenile police. Second, he is handed over to special welfare police officer. I don't think I have a child welfare police officer. If he is not brought by a special police officer, I refuse to take him, sir. I mean, that is why when I talk to Mr. Mishra and others, there are few fault lines, there are few things which the minister must look into. They need correction. Once you go through, you know they have violated the constitutional prerogative. There are also which don't exist at all. And the institutional backup mechanism you talk, they don't exist, although you have given. And only last of one word, what Mr. Mishra said is a very serious issue. The consequences, because you explained in that section, 17 to 18 definitions you gave. And the consequences of rape, you made it the base of the JJB's decision. That is not clear because, as he said, NIMHANS or any sociologist today has not yet found out the measuring rod, how to measure this mindset of the juvenile criminal. This is not there.
Okay,
so this
please.
I hope the minister would look into these things.
Dr. Rao, please. Thank you very much.